So, are you ready to become a podcaster on podcast? Download the Anchor app. It's the easiest way to do podcasting and it's also free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's easy. It's everything you need to make a podcast all in one place. Good evening, my wonderful and beautiful kings and queens. How are y'all doing? Pray that each of you are having a blessed, safe evening. All is well with you. Everything is going great. And even if it's not, you're on the sound of my voice, guess what? You have made it to a brand new day, evening, night, wherever you are in the world. You have made it, and that right there is a blessing and a miracle within itself. If this is your first time tuning into my podcast channel, my name is Candace Brown. I'm a certified life coach and motivational speaker. I'm also an author as well as a YouTuber. I am also owner and CEO of Sister and Sister Coaching, and what I do mindset coaching for women, helping them take their mindsets from rags to riches. Yes, I'm also a self-love and self-confidence coaching, okay? For those of you that have been rocking with me for a while, thank y'all so much. Thank you for the shares, the likes, the comments on my YouTube page. And don't forget to hop over to my YouTube, Candace Brown. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Click that notification bell so you'll know anytime that I upload videos on my YouTube. But every now and then I do get over here on my podcast and give it some love because I love podcasting. But I just want to give a special shout out to all of y'all that have been supporting, listening to me. Thank y'all so much. So y'all know what I'm about to say. For those of you that have been rocking with me for a while, ladies, fix your crown. You have the power to fix your crown. They could be falling to the side, they could be shattered, they could be busted to pieces. It does not matter. You have the power to fix your crown. And there are some of y'all, I don't know what y'all waiting on, but there are some of you out there, you have not even picked up your crown. Sis, I need for you to bend down, pick up that crown, and walk like the beautiful, bold, wonderful queen that you are. Alright, so let me tell y'all a little bit of background about today. So I did a video on grief, and I was going to upload this video to my YouTube channel. I mean, I have tried loading this video all day long, and it just was like, man. So that was my main concentration, and it knocked me off of everything. So I was like, this is crazy. So I had my son's football game, and just as like everything tried to, you know how you go through your day, and even though that little stuff that you know that just want to knock you off track, but you know what you do, you just keep on smiling through. And that's what I did. I just kept on smiling through. Even on the way home, you know, I'm letting my son learning how to drive and stuff. He does a good job. But of course, where we live, we have rabbits and stuff like that. We have rabbits and stuff out here, and I think the rabbit kind of ran across the road. It kind of made him nervous. I was like, no, don't swerve, you know, it's fine, you know. And it bumped a little bit something on the car, but hey, no damage or nothing. Thank God, we're fine. I didn't want him to get upset by that. So even when I was cleaning up in my kitchen and just doing some cleaning and stuff, some deep cleaning, I just began to smile, and I just began to thank God that even though stuff that kind of happened throughout the day, you know, I'm still here. I'm still thankful. I'm still in my right mind. My kids are okay. My family's okay. We made it through the day. We made it through another 24 hours. And I just began to just smile. I'm like, Lord, I thank you. It don't even matter about that. I thank you. Like y'all, it's just like my energy just has increased. And I was like, Lord, I thank you. You know, and I'm just smiling, just in a good mood. And that's how we have to be in this season, y'all. We have to stay focused, okay? But anyway, I'm going to go back and talk about my video that I was going to do today. So God said, why not do a podcast? You got to find another way. You can't give up just because one thing didn't work. That don't mean you throw in the towel. You just find another way. So guess what? I'm on this podcast and I'm finding another way. But I was just going to talk to you guys a little bit about grief. There is a grief conference that is coming up actually this month, October 23rd. It's the Women of Resilience group that I'm part of, and it is called the Grief Conference, and it's called It Was Necessary. If you are in the Colquitt, Georgia area, you are welcome to join us. You can find the tickets on my website at www.mindsetchange21.com. Tickets are now $35 at this time. On October the 8th, and after they'll be up $50. So if you're going to be in the area or you're willing to travel or whatever, we would love to have you about our women's for our women's conference. It could be well, actually it's a grief conference, excuse me. But I was just going to talk about that for a little bit, about grief and everything. But I guess, God wanted me to go a different way. So here I go. So I said, I talked about what is grief. It's a great sorrow, especially after someone's died or something. But the question is that, and I know I'm on a podcast and everything, but the one thing that God dropped in my spirit is like, what is the hardest thing that you done ever had to do? What is the hardest thing that you done ever had to do? And when I think about that, I was like, the hardest thing that I have ever had to do was bury my mama. That's about the roughest thing that I ever had to do. And now that I think about it, I heard this from Dr. Miles Monroe as well. He was like, if you already did the hardest thing, if you could overcome that hard thing, then you're gonna be okay. He was giving different scenarios and stuff I was listening to. I love his teachings, y'all. And he said, just think about it. What is one of the hardest things that you done ever had to do? And God just brought that back to my remembrance. And I said, one of the hardest things I ever had to do was bury my mama. And God was like, okay, look how you overcame that. And I was like, wow, how you be just going through the day, you just be going through stuff, you don't really think about it. But when I really thought about that, I said, and it was really hard and it was really tough, but by the grace of God, I overcame it. Because there are some people in the world that is still dealing with the fact that their mother is gone, and they don't know how to deal with it. So I'm just gonna talk a little bit about how I dealt with that. Now, at first, let me tell y'all something. I didn't come into the knowledge of who I was until later on. Okay, I didn't know who I was. Now, this person that you're listening to now did not exist when my mother first died, okay? She didn't exist. So I was out there in the world. I was doing everything, because I'm gonna tell y'all, my mother was my best friend. But when my mother died, a part of me died with her. So I was out in the world and I was drinking, I was having multiple partners, I was doing this, I was doing that. Okay? And I was looking for someone to heal that hurt and that pain and that brokenness in my heart. I looked for it in a liquor bottle. I looked for it in a man. I looked for it in a woman. Anywhere I could just attach myself to anybody and anything, I was doing it, because I felt like I was just ready to get rid of this hurt. I was ready to get rid of this pain and this brokenness, and I just want to feel whole again. I want to be happy and this and that. And every time I failed, it failed. Everything, I tried everything and it failed. I mean, let me tell y'all something. I tried it all, okay? I would say maybe the only thing I didn't try was drugs. Everything else, I tried. Okay, I tried it, and it failed me. Man failed me. That liquor failed me. Okay, friends failed me. Family failed me. It just failed me. Because all that stuff I tried to look for in a person, it just did not exist. It didn't exist. I did not become happy, whole, and healed until I got a relationship with God. I did not get the person that I am today. I did not get there overnight. But I didn't get here through a man or a woman, child, or whatever. I got here by turning myself around, making a complete change. I had to make a sound decision in my mind that I didn't want to be like this anymore. I got tired of crying every night. I got tired of being depressed. I got tired of being unhappy. I got tired of being disappointed. I got tired of people not understanding me and me having to always explain myself and explain my actions and I got tired of all of that. And one day I just made a sound decision. I said, okay, I done tried it every way. God, let's try it your way. Why not try it your way? What do I have to lose? I done been out here in the world and I done tried it and this stuff didn't work. So why not try it God's way? So that's what I did, y'all. I tried it God's way. And I know a lot of people will be like, well, it's this, that, and the other. Let me tell you something. I was the same way. Okay, I went to church 3 times, 4 times a week, whatever. Went to revivals and stuff. But this change, this true change that I have now, I didn't get it in church. I got it outside of church. See, I didn't know the difference between of a relationship with God and religion. I didn't know that was the difference. I thought it was all the same. I really did, y'all. And I think that's why a lot of people have turned away from church. And when we talk about God and when we talk about Jesus, people tend to run off because they've been taught religion all their life. But they don't know anything about having a relationship with God. And see, that is what's going to free you. That's what's going to set you free. That's what's going to give you that love, that joy, and that happiness, that abundance that you have been waiting for, that you have been praying for. It's not the religion. It's the relationship. That's what it's going to get you. Okay? It's getting a relationship with God. Coming into your true divine self, learning your identity, getting into your purpose. That is how I overcame the death of my mom. That's how I got through. I got through by getting a relationship with God. Okay? And when you have a relationship with God, you talk to Him. Just like I'm on this podcast talking to y'all, God wants y'all to talk to Him the same way. I had to learn that. See, I always thought that we had to go to God a certain way and pray and stuff. God wants you to come to Him just like you gonna go talk to anybody. And I talked to Him. And I asked Him questions. And I asked Him, Lord, why did you take my mama? Why did she have to leave? Why did this happen? Why did that happen? And y'all, He has answered every one of my questions. And I will gladly sit here today and say, I would not trade it for nothing in the world. Because I know for a fact I would have not become the woman I am today had my mama still been here. And that's just facts. And a lot of people may say, oh, you don't know that. But I do. I do. Because God had to show me some things within myself. And He had to show me some stuff and I had to deal with it. And y'all, He is so forgiving. He's so loving. Let me tell you something. He is like no other. Let me tell you something. Fall in love with God. Go back to your first love. Your first love is God. And Him alone. He is your first love. And I'm going to tell you, He going to treat you so good. And He just going to take you. He don't care. I mean, it doesn't matter about your past. It does not even matter about your past, what you done did. It don't even matter about your present. He will take you however you come. Pete, let me tell you, people done told us this long, oh, you got to get yourself together before you go to God, and you got to do this and do that. Let me tell you something. God already know and see all. He know your situation. He know what you're going through. He know what you done been through. He wants you to come to him today just as you are. Just as you are tore, broke, busted, and disgusted, God want it all. Because when he get through with you, you going to be brand new. You going to be happy, whole, and healed. I'm a living witness. Okay? I went to God broke, busted, disgusted, drunk, confused, and everything else. But let me tell you something. When I began to get a relationship with him and spend time with him and let him deal with me, only him and him alone, and he's the only one that could deal with you in the way that you need to be dealt with, I'm telling you, you will truly become a new creature in Christ. You will be a brand new person. You won't walk the same. You won't talk the same. You won't think the same. You will begin to look at life at a different angle. You will be able to look at people at a different aspect. People that you once called friend or brother, you won't call them friend or brother no more. I'm telling you. And it's nothing bad. It's nothing bad. You just coming into your true identity and what you were created to do on this side. And y'all, I love it. I'm telling you. But I just want to come on here real quick and encourage somebody. Lisa, don't give up. I know your mama left you. I know your daddy might have left you. You might have lost a child. You know, whoever you like, might have lost your grandma, your grandpa. Whoever it was that was close to you. Let me tell you something. Rest assured, if you get a relationship with God, get into your purpose, you're going to see him again one day. You're going to see him again. And one thing we all got to do is we got to leave here. But I want to encourage somebody to do not leave here with your work undone. Get into your purpose. Don't leave here with your work undone. Don't sit there in that depressed mode because they have left your life. Let me tell you something. Everything happens for a reason. Romans 8:20 say that we know that all things work together for the good. That means everything gonna work for your good. God gonna use everything and it's gonna work for your good. All that pain, brokenness, and hurt, you need to take it and turn it into your purpose. That's what Romans 8:28 means. Turning pain into purpose. Okay? That's just what it means. I don't care what you done been through. I don't care if you have been through a divorce. I don't care if you lost people in your life. I don't care if you've been hurt in your childhood. You dealt with childhood trauma. God can use it all. He can use it all because your story is going to help somebody. God gets all the glory. So why not let God use you in a great way? So you can help somebody out here. Somebody needs to hear your story. Somebody needs to hear how you made it out. Somebody needs to hear how you living from day to day, minute to minute, hour to hour, second to second. Somebody needs to hear it. That's why I don't mind sharing no parts of my life. I'm not ashamed anymore of the things that I have done of my past. I'm not ashamed of my past anymore. I freely give it away. I will freely share my past with anybody. No, I'm not ashamed because I know it's going to help somebody. I know it's going to get somebody out of the trenches. I know a queen gonna begin to pick up her crown. A queen gonna begin to fix her crown. She gonna shift her mindset and say, I can do this. I will do this. I am a queen. And she gonna begin to look at herself and say, no, I gotta get up. I gotta get up. I gotta get up out of these trenches. I gotta get up and I gotta do the will of my Father. See, that's why I share my story so freely, because my saying, my creed is, I am my sister's keeper. And anything I could do to help my sisters, I do it. I'm dedicated to it. I don't care day or night. There are sometimes I be up hours doing stuff. I don't mind being on the phone with one of my fellow sisters for hours. Because we are all sisters in Christ. And we all trying to get there. We are all trying to get up the ladder. We all trying to go to the mountaintop. Ain't no way I could sit here and talk about I'm just gonna look out for me and mine. And then there's my sister over there in the trenches. She over there crying. She over there bogged down. She don't know where to go. She's so confused. It's like she going north, east, south, and west. There is no way I can sit here and say that, oh, I love God and this, that, but I can't even help my fellow sisters. Y'all, come on, somebody. I refuse to do that. I'm going to help my sister up out of the trenches. I told God, God, I know what I'm created for. I am my sister's keeper. I don't care if I'm 8 or 9 years old. I'm going to keep on doing the will of my Father. I'm going to keep on pulling my sisters up out this rut. I don't care. I love doing it. I have become a slave to it. I love it. Because it's my job to make. It's my job to make sure that my sister. It's my job to make sure that my sister crown is on straight. If my crown get a little crooked, guess what? My sister, hey sis, fix your crown. So I'm telling you, hey sis, fix your crown. It's okay to cry. I know it hurt. But guess what? You got the power to fix that crown, sis. Get up and fix that crown. Get up out of them trenches. Okay. But I just want to come on here and talk to y'all real quick. And just share my story a little bit about just talking about grief and everything on this evening. But if y'all could, and please join us on October the 23rd in Colquitt, Georgia. I'm actually going to put the information in the link of this podcast. Also, listen, all of my wonderful queens, listen, me and my wonderful sister, Talisa Smith, we are starting our 8-week mentorship program. Yes, it's going to start October the 6th. Oh my God, it's only like a few days away. But it's going to start October the 6th, and we're going to do an 8-week program. It's going to be through Zoom. The cost of it is $10 a month. And once you join, you have access to our private Facebook. We're going to be sending out motivational quotes every day. We're going to be checking in on you guys. We're going to be really doing some heavy work because God has called us to it. And like I told you, I am my sister's keeper. And what my sis Talisa say, find your tribe. And baby, guess what? We found our tribe. And we hope and pray that y'all find your tribe. Okay? That's that thing. Find your tribe. I love that. That's my sister's saying, find your tribe. I love it. So find your tribe. I found mine. Have you found yours? All right. I love you guys so much. May y'all have a blessed and safe, wonderful evening. This has been Coach Candace B. I will check it with you guys next time.